Will you tell us your name, please?
Nick Colen.
And what do you do?
I'm a painter.
And what do you work with? What media do you?
I primarily work with water-based media, though my most recent body of work I've been using primarily inks and whiteout, actually, commercial whiteout, to alter antique photographs.
Okay, and what do you do with those photographs? So you're,
I've been constructing an entire fictional family. By altering the images, I start to draw visual connections between the antique portraiture, and from there, a narrative is formed, implied and structured, and then it's sort of it's a piece about the other in the world, you know, the concept, the psychological concept of the other, the ones we don't understand, and how everyone creates fictions about those people in their lives. So using these antique photographs where the people have been forgotten by their families or their friends, they've found their way into the public's hands, I sort of give those people who no longer exist in any way, shape, or form, resurrect them, bring them back, and give them like a whole new life.
how do you came with this concept?
You know, there's and I wish I could quote the man who said it. There's a French photographer, I believe, who said a line about everyone dies a second death. You die once when your physical body dies. You die a second time when a family member is going through the photo album, finds a picture of you, and nobody recognizes it. And that got me to start thinking about these antique photos in a way to resurrect the forgotten people. And then from there, I started thinking about that concept of the other, and about, in my experience, sort of, we all have a house in our neighborhood when we're growing up, or a family in our neighborhood where we're growing up, where that family is witches, or that house is haunted, you know, and we all create that fiction. And so I liked that those two ideas seemed to mesh really well together, and brought them together and started creating this Muerta family. And now they have multi-generations going back from probably 1898 to about 1950, and I'm trying to get to 1970 before the project is done.
Any coming shows in the future?
I have an upcoming show in August at, I believe it's called Center on the Commons in Harvard, Mass. And hopefully I'll also have an upcoming show at the Fourth Wall Gallery in Boston. That one should be in September with any luck.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You look very young, but if you want to send a message to the new generations, the ones that come behind us, what would it be?
Well, if I were sending a message to younger artists, or in fact just sort of any artist working right now, I would say it's time for us to try to step away from over-intellectualizing what we do. I believe art came into existence as a way to communicate with all people, across every line, you know, economic, gender, race, religion, and I think it's time that we start stepping away from overly conceptualizing our work and find ways that we can use art the way it was intended to communicate with the masses, and to draw people into museums and galleries who might never have gone there. And I think we're seeing that with the rise again of street art, like we saw in the 80s.
Right.
And luckily this time it's not a commodity like it was then. But I think it's up to all artists to sort of say, we can communicate both with the people with art history degrees, but we can also talk to the world.
That's true. That's correct. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.